Hello, welcome to another tutorial, and today we're going to look at sequences and series. Specifically, we will look at arithmetic progression or the linear sequence, that is an AP. Now you look at a condition where you've been given a sequence and you're asked to find the nth term. For example, you could be asked to find the 9th term, the 12th term, the 14th term, the 15th term, and so forth. Now our example 1 is taken from the West African Secondary School Certificate Examination in November, that is the private candidate in 2015, objective question number 47. The question reads, the first 4 terms of a linear sequence, that is AP, are 5, 9, 13, 17. Now, what is the 10th term of the sequence? A is 29, B 30, C is 41, and D is 45. So which of these 4 options is the correct answer? Okay, so this is the procedure that you need to take to solve this. First, what you need to do is to press mode. So the moment you press mode, there is the screen display. You see this. You see CMPLX, which means complex. You see STAT, stat, that means stat is this. And so you have base N, equation, matrix, table, and vector. So you have complex, statistics, and others. Alright, so you go on to step 2, and step 2 says you press 3 to select STAT, that is the stat. So we press on 3, and we have, and this will be the screen display. So we have it over here. Then step 3, we press 2 to select A plus BX. So 2 to select A plus BX, and this will be the screen display. You see 2 columns, one for X, one for Y. So what are we going to do with these 2 columns? Let's see. So what we are going to do is to fill the X column with counting numbers. The terms are typed in the Y column. So what we do is the X column is for counting numbers. You know, they hold the position, or the X column holds the position for the terms. For example, is it the first term, is it the second term, or the third, or fourth, or fifth? And the terms are typed in the Y column. So from the question, the first term is 5, second term is 9, third term is 13, and fourth term is 17. Alright, let us review the question from here. Of course, we have this, and the first term is 5, second 9, and third 13, and fourth is 17. Okay, let's go on to the next step. Now, what we have to realize is that we are going to first fill the column X with counting numbers from 1 to 4. Now, we are doing this because we know 4 terms, and we want to use all of the 4 terms. So it says that is because we know and want to use the first 4 consecutive terms in the calculation. Of course, you could have used just 2 terms. In any sequence, being AP or GP, you have to provide at least 2 terms. You can use just 2 terms to solve the question, or you can use 3 or more. Sorry, 2 or more, right? So for illustrative purpose, I want to use all of the 4 terms. So I will use 5, 9, 13, 17. That is the first term 5, the second term 9, the third term 13, the fourth term 17. Alright, so we now go on to step 4, and step 4 says press 1 and press on the equal sign to type 1 in the column X. So what we are doing essentially here is to type counting numbers down the X column. So I press on 1 and press on the equal sign, go on to step 5, press 2, equal sign, step 6, 3, equal sign, step 7, 4, equal sign. So while we do that, the Y column will be loaded with 0 or zeros. So the Y column by default was loaded with zeros as we work through the X column. The counting numbers typed in the X column are not the terms in the sequence. The terms in the sequence are typed in the Y column. So as I've said earlier on, what we are doing here is that we are typing counting numbers in the X column, and these hold the positions for the actual terms which will be typed in the Y column. Now, using the arrow keys or the cursor keys, scroll up to the Y column. So I'll press on the right cursor key, and I'll press on the upper cursor key until I get to the top of the Y column. So you make sure that the cursor is at the first row, first column of the Y column. So I have it over here. Now what I'm going to do is to type all these, and I'm now going to type the terms in the Y column. You know, I said that the Y column holds the terms, the actual terms. So step 8, we press 5, and remember that 5 is the first term in the sequence. So I press 5 and I press on the equal to. Step 9, I have to press 9 because 9 is the second term, and of course 9 will be typed against the number 2, which means the second term is 9. Step 10, the third term is 13, so I'll now type 13 and press on the equal sign. And step 11, the fourth term is 14, so I'll type, sorry, is the fourth term is 17 rather, so I'll press on 7 and press on the equal sign, and this will be the screen display. So you see this, so this means the first term is 5, second 9, third 13, and fourth 17. Alright, so when you have the data entered like this, the calculator now stores the data that you've entered. So you now go on step 12 to press AC to clear the screen. Okay, so note, it is very important that you clear the screen before going on to the next step. Failure to do so will give you a different screen display. That is, this different screen display allows you to edit data, its type, etc. So you have to press on AC to clear the screen before you go. Now we are not going to solve the question. The moment you press on AC to clear the data, you are not going to solve the question. Now step 13 says that you are to press 10 to type 10. Of course, why do we have to do that? We have to remember that we are looking for the 10th term in the sequence. So we press 10, then we have it over there. Then step 14 says press shift and press 1. So you have the 1 on, sorry, you have STAT on top of the 1. So when we press on shift, it means second function, so we are rather invoking the start mode. So we press on shift and press on 1. Then this will be the screen display. So we see it over here. Screen display is 1 type, 2 data, 3 sum, 4 var, that is variable, 5 regression, that is reg, and 6 minimum maximum values, or the min max. So what we are interested is in the regression. So step 15, press 5 to select reg, and reg means regression. So we press 5, then we have this data, or this screen display here. We have 1A, 2B, 3R, 4, we have the X with caret, and 5Y with caret. So step 16, we press 5 to select this Y with caret here. So we press 5, and this will be the screen display. Alright, so what you see here, 10Y with a caret sign means the 10th term. That is what it means. Remember that I said that the terms are typed in the Y column, while the position of the terms are typed in the X column. That is the so-called counting numbers I'm talking about. Alright, so this asks for the 10th term of the sequence. So when you type this, it means the 10th term. So what we have to do now is to press on the equal sign, then we have our 10th term, and that is 41. This implies that the 10th term is 41, so the answer is therefore 41. Let's reset this quickly and let me talk about something. What we did, we used all the 4 terms to calculate for just the 10th term, but there is no need to use all the 4 terms. You can use just 2 terms. Just 2 terms. I could have used the first and the fourth term, or the first and the third term, or the second and the third term, or the second and the fourth term. Alright, I want to look at this. Now I want to look at, I'm going to pick only the second and the fourth term, just 2 terms to solve this question again. So first, step 1, press on mode. You see this. Step 2, press on 3. You see this. Step 3, choose 2. You see this. Step 4. Now type the 2 terms that you want to use. I want to use the second and the fourth term. The second term is 9, so I'll type second term 2. Then I'll type against 2 9. The second term is 9. Okay. Then the fourth term is 17, so I'll type 4. Then I'll type against 4 17 and press on the equal sign. So that is all. So after this, I will now press AC to clear the screen, because the data is now in memory. Then I'll press 10, that is 10, then shift, I'll press on 1, 5, 5, then I have the 10th term and press on the equal sign, then I have 41, that is the answer. Thank you very much.